Swagger, this is SwaggerTurbo, and welcome back to yet another episode of SCUTERIA SUPARI, my team career mode. If you haven't seen the previous episodes already, I'd make sure to go check it out because we have had some crazy races where we've actually got points in this car, which has been amazing. Obviously, we run on 89% AI, so yeah, it is pretty hard to actually get into points with this specific car. But yeah, we have actually done it. So let's quickly just go through all the R&D. We don't really have that much of resource points right now, but we have to upgrade our chassis quite a lot because it's pretty bad right now. And as we can see, we are second last on the R&D charts and right on par with the Williams actually in the whole, the chart. So that's not the best thing for us. But yeah, after the practice, Jehan only got 96 resource points. No idea what's happening. I don't know if it's a game glitch or all the F2 drivers or anyone who's new to F1 just gets lesser resource points. No idea on that. So yeah, we'll just have to get into the race, try and get a good quali, and let's just see where we end up. Going for the one-shot quali, obviously, we have a pretty decent start. But the one thing that actually looked at as soon as I was racing was this car felt extremely slow on the straights compared to my multiplayer experience. Obviously, we have done so many social races and even file apples, but yeah, this car felt extremely slow on the straights and it had like a top speed of I think 340 or something, whereas on 00 wings, I'm pretty sure I've hit around 350. But yeah, the car was just feeling extremely weird through the straights, and because of 00 wings, it was feeling extremely weird through these corners as well. As you can see, Lesmo 2 was pretty bad. We have DRS as well as a bit of ERS dump over here. We have 348. That's actually pretty interesting. Our car did go to 348, making a slight mistake through Escari over here, and we were 22nd. This was literally disheartening because guys in front, which is completely gone. You can see Perez down the straight here. It's already entering parabolic. I'm like 2 or 3 seconds behind him right now. And yeah, just made a small mistake here and there. But the cars were extremely quick. The AI cars were just flying down the straights. And we did qualify 22nd, which is kind of sad. But yeah, the helmet does look good. Even though we were last, we were fashionably last, so I guess we'll take it. But let's just quickly check the qualifying. Perez first, it's a Red Bull 1-2 with Hamilton in third. We are all the way down in 22nd, Jehan in 20th, almost a second off our own teammate in this car.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, and Russell, Ocon, Gasly, Verstappen, and Guan Yu Zhou. Hamilton, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Tsunoda, Valtteri Bottas, and Albon. Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Jehan Deruvala. Ricciardo, Latifi, Magnussen, and Kumar. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
But yeah, starting last doesn't really, mean that this race is going to go badly because one, we are starting last, so we can avoid the first turn carnage. Obviously, it's Monza. Monza always is, full of carnage. So honestly, starting last isn't too bad. Will I be able to get into points is a big question mark. Obviously, we have the formation lap to just warm up the tires, and yeah, hopefully in the race we get a good start, at least a decent start. Stay out of all the carnage which is gonna happen in turn one, and yeah, just keep our nose clean and try to get as many positions as we can. There is going to be contact in first turn, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and yeah, just avoid them and try to overtake those who are hit by it. But yeah, it's 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. We have actually a pretty okay-ish start, but the second half or the second phase of our start was dramatic. We were extremely slow, no idea why, and everyone breaks very early. We're going side by side, and we overtook so many people there. It's 3 wide going into turn 1, an audacious dive bomb, and we have actually got, okay, I was going to say 5, but yeah, we've gone all the way from 22nd to 15, actually 16 now, because Schumacher overtook us. That's actually helped us because we've stayed out of the carnage and we go down the inside of Schumacher, send it completely, and we have overtaken Schumacher. No idea how this is happening, but yeah, we have overtaken Schumacher now right behind Zhou. And as I said at the start, just because we are starting last does not mean that we're gonna have a bad start or lap 1. I am going to dump a lot of ERS here to try and just stick with Zhou or even overtake him, but I think they are also using a lot of ERS because Zhou, just as I said, the AI has been extremely quick on the straights, and yeah, making a slight mistake coming out of SCUTERIA, and Schumacher already trying to overtake us. I am going to dump a bit of ERS here to try and stick with Schumacher at least, if not overtake him over here. Going into Parabolica side by side, and Zhou is right behind us. Oh, sorry, Bottas is right behind us, and we make a slight mistake, go slightly wide. I am going to use a lot of ERS, and Zhou goes into the pits. Zhou has taken some wing damage, and he goes into the pits. Schumacher here, I tried to use a bit of ERS, then I realized that Schumacher just has that extra bit of speed and momentum. I'm going to try and keep it around the outside, keep it clean, no damage done to both of us, and we managed to stay in front of Schumacher. What a first lap this has been. But yeah, Schumacher is coming back at us. We have to use a bit of ERS here and there. I'm trying to give him the squeeze on the outside over here, going side by side into this next chicane. And oh boy, were we very, very close to each other. We almost touched wheels over there, but giving each other just the right amount of space, and we stay in front of Schumacher. This is going to be a race where I think I'm going to battle Schumacher quite a bit because of the kind of pace that we have. We are super slow on the straights though, so need to try and do something using a lot of ERS. We are already down to 57% ERS, but as you can see in front of us, Hamilton and Vettel are battling each other, and I think that's Albon as well in the mix. So all three of them are just slowing each other down, and this gives us an opportunity to just get closer to these guys in front and maybe get away from Schumacher. Albon and Vettel going side by side, and Vettel has a very, very poor exit. Because of that, I am going to use my ERS and capitalize on this situation over here. Vettel trying to squeeze us as much as possible, but we do have the slight bit of overspeed. And right here, as I said, we are pretty slow without DRS. We are only hitting 339 with 0-0 wings, and we send it down the inside of Albon, going side by side, giving him as much space as possible. And we have made the overtake stick. We have overtaken Albon, but he is coming back at us. He obviously does have more ERS than us right now, I guess, because we have 38% and the AI are super, super good with the ERS management. So yeah, they're right behind us. We're going to try and just, keep it in front of Albon if we can. But Albon getting an amazing exit out of the chicane, going into Lesmo 1 side by side, and he does slow down or back out a bit, and we stay in front. But this actually is kind of bad because the DRS detection zone was right before the Lesbo 2, and I think Albon will 100% get the DRS behind us. So he will catch us up. He's slightly behind us right now. But yeah, we just have to try and not make any mistakes. SCUTERIA is literally the worst that I normally take on this track. But yeah, skipping to the end of lap 3 now, Albon getting that amazing straight line speed of that Williams and just overtakes us so easily with the help of DRS over here. We have to slow down, try and just keep it in front of Schumacher at least. I have to make sure that I stick with Albon and don't miss out on DRS on him, because if we lose that, we are done for. End of lap 4 now, we did stick behind Albon, for the DRS obviously, and I am going to use a bit of ERS over here because Schumacher, out of nowhere, is actually trying to catch up. Albon goes to the right, boxes Schumacher in, and we're going around the outside of Albon over here. As I said, giving as much space to the AI as possible. I want to keep this clean because we are on sim damage, and every single contact can, just completely ruin our race. Albon going around the outside. He has enough pace in that Williams right there, and he brakes a little early, almost breaking us. And thankfully, I did read that and break a little early as well, but this allows Schumacher to get closer to me. I am still in the DRS zone of Albon, and by the end of lap 5 now, we stick right behind Albon with DRS, but Vettel is right behind us and he also has DRS. You can just see the pace difference that we have and how slow we are. Again, Vettel goes on the inside and blocks Schumacher, and we go extremely wide, almost hit into the back of Albon while battling Vettel, squeeze Vettel out and stay in front of Schumacher right here. This has been some amazing racing, a lot of hectic racing going on in front obviously, but yeah, Schumacher does come back at us now with DRS and just flies past. There's nothing I can do to reply to that. But yes, the worst thing is Vettel is right behind and we are slightly wide through Escari. I am going to dump the ERS over here just to stay in maybe in front of Vettel over here, or go side by side into Parabolica, because the AI do break a little early, and there we go. We're going side by side through Parabolica and Vettel just backs out slightly and we have a good run on Schumacher. I'm pretty sure we will have DRS over here. I am going to try and use a bit of ERS to try and just stick with Schumacher if we can, but Vettel with that super quick pace in that Aston Martin just goes through and we miss our braking point up. I completely missed my braking mark while battling Vettel over here. This is a quick replay. Completely miss it, and I go to the into the back of Schumacher, and that's the game over for us. Simulation damage kicking in. Obviously, we don't have flashbacks either to actually get back. So lap 7 in Monza. Who would have thought? We've had engine failures and then we've had this. This is the first time I've actually completely missed my braking point and gone into the back of an AI. We were having a proper battle with Vettel. I completely just misjudged how fast, or I don't know what I did, but yeah, it just lost us this chance of having this race. That's it for SCUTERIA SUPARI in Monza, I guess. But the good thing is Ferrari did win the Monza Grand Prix, so Tifosi is happy. Obviously we are also powered by Ferrari engines, so this was like a home Grand Prix for us. But yeah, Leclerc coming first, Norris second, and Perez third. So this is going to spice up the whole championship, and that's what we are here for. Obviously, first season, there's no chance of us, to actually get in the top 3 or even get a podium. It's extremely hard because these guys have extremely quick cars, and yeah, there's not much that I can really do about that. So yeah, these guys are having fun. Hopefully in season 2 we have a decent car where we actually consistently get points and not just struggle to get into points, and maybe lesser DNS as well. We have had 2 DNFs, but can't really help it. Can't really help it. Max Verstappen setting the fastest lap as 1:22.3, and Jehan coming in 17th, which is actually not too bad for him. He does, gain positions every single race, so we need to focus a bit on him as well. Charles Leclerc takes the lead of this championship. Perez second, just 3 points between them, and of course we got Verstappen with 9 points between them. So it's extremely close between these three. On top, we have Red Bull versus Ferrari going on with only 25 points between them, and Sainz needs to catch up. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. If you want more, subscribe, and peace.